What's up, everyone? It's Kenneth Bledo, also known as the Tech Guide, and this is an overview of Apple's Fall 2010 press event. This is an annual event where they unveil new versions of their iPod and iTunes products, as well as other things. Across the board, there are many changes. The first and the most notable is the new iPod Nano that features a square body similar to the second-gen iPod Shuffle and only has 3 physical buttons, which are the power and the volumes up and down. The dimensions are about 1.5 inches by 1.6 inches, and it is about 0.35 inches thick, which, of course, is really, really thin. But more importantly, it kicks the click wheel to the curb and rocks a 1.54-inch capacitive multi-touch screen with a 240 by 240 resolution. The Nano itself has a similar functionality to the iOS UI, sharing the home screen and navigation, but unfortunately it does away with video capabilities as well as the video camera from the previous generations, but it keeps the FM radio among other features. As for the pricing, there are 2 variants, the 8GB and the 16GB, and those will be priced at $149 and $179 respectively. Lastly, there are 7 total color options, including a product red version. The next notable iPod to get upgraded is the iPod Touch. Apple narrows the pool of differences between its flagship iPod and the iPhone by adding the high pixel density 3.5-inch Retina display, as well as a 1 GHz A4 processor, a rear-facing camera that takes stills at up to 960 by 720 resolution, and also records video at up to 720p at 30 frames per second, and a front-facing camera, which is VGA resolution for FaceTime, which is Apple's video calling software, which works over Wi-Fi. As for the physical design, Apple managed to make the iPod Touch thinner, approximately by 0.10 inches. And in addition, they managed to make the whole front of the device glass to match the iMac redesign as well as the iPhone redesign. Going around the device, you'll notice that they swapped out the volume rockers with actual dedicated volume buttons, and they also added a built-in microphone. As for the battery life of the iPod Touch, you can now get up to 40 hours of audio and up to 7 hours with video. As for the pricing, there are 3 variants of the iPod Touch. There is the 8GB version, which will go for $229, the 32GB version, which will go for $299, and the 64GB version, which will go for $399. Next up is the redesign of the iPod Shuffle, and essentially it is a thinner and smaller version of the second generation iPod Shuffle, but brings over the voice-over capabilities of the third generation Shuffle, and it allows you to play multiple playlists. This iPod Shuffle will retail for $49 and will be available in silver, blue, green, orange, and pink. As for iTunes, it finally hit version 10, and with this comes many new and improved features. The first of the new features is iTunes Ping, and essentially it is a music social network. You can sort of think of Ping as a musical mix between Twitter and Facebook, because in addition to following your favorite artists and friends, you can see what music they like, as well as their recent activity, which can be a status, a review on iTunes, or even just liking songs and albums. And unfortunately, you won't be able to post your own statuses, so basically this is not going to be a Facebook or Twitter replacement. The next new feature that iTunes has is called AirPlay, and that allows you to play music wirelessly through your house through AirPlay-enabled speakers and accessories. This feature will run over Wi-Fi or Ethernet connectivity. TV show rentals are now available on iTunes 10, and they do come commercial-free and in HD for just 99 cents an episode. Of course, with this new iTunes version, you get the compatibility with the new iPods, but in addition to that, there is improved syncing to iPod, iPad, and the iPhone. You could actually see how much room you have left on the device in real time. The final thing there is to talk about is the Apple TV. The new Apple TV comes with a very small form factor. It is 3.9 inches by 3.9 inches and is about 0.9 inches tall. it could literally fit in your hand. As for the tech specs, it features an Apple A4 processor, which clocks out at around 1 gigahertz. And on the back, you'll notice it has 5 ports. One is the power supply, the other is the HDMI, an optical out, Ethernet port, and a micro USB, which is used for service as well as support. UI-wise, it's pretty much almost the same thing as the last generation, but as for the software, you could, of course, get everything off of iTunes, but in addition to that, there's Netflix and YouTube, which also increases the amount of entertainment that the Apple TV provides. The most important thing to note, however, is that the Apple TV itself doesn't have any storage, and everything else is either streamed from your computer or straight from iTunes. The Apple TV will be available for $99. So overall, I really have some mixed reactions over this year's press release. As for my favorite, I would say that it is the iPod Touch. For a base price of $229, you have an 8GB iPhone 4 without the phone or GPS, and of course the body, but I mean, that's pretty much my reason. They really thin the line between the iPhone 4 and the iPod Touch, and that pretty much makes it a very good value. As for the iPod Nano, I could really say that I love the device. However, I do wish that the screen was a little bit bigger and that it had video capabilities. But then again, it's really hard for them to do that because in putting a touchscreen, they pretty much made it like an iPod Touch, of course, without the internet or the apps. And in that case, I guess it's pretty okay. Of course, they did away with the camera, which I guess was a pretty reasonable thing to do. So, yeah, the iPod Nano seems pretty alright, and for the price, I guess you really can't complain, especially the form factor, too. It's really small. It's a little bit bigger than the iPod Shuffle, which is still really small, and it's ridiculously thin. So that's definitely something to take a look at, too. As for the Shuffle, the size is pretty reasonable as well. I think it's almost the same thickness as the iPod Nano. And I love that they added the buttons again. That's an upgrade from what they did last year. And I really love the fact that you can switch through playlists. And again, for $49, you're getting an iPod. I mean, that's a pretty good deal to me, I think. As for the Apple TV, I can't really say that I want it because I don't really need it. I have all 3 video gaming consoles, which, of course, 2 of the 3 media stream, and all 3 of them have Netflix, and my computer is literally right next to them, so I really don't need it. However, I do know a lot of people that would like it. You know, they want to stream media and Netflix without using a console to their TV, to the TV in their main living room, let's say, and this is a pretty good solution. It's only $99, and the only thing is I'm praying that they have an SDK for this thing, because I feel like if they have apps here such as like Facebook, Twitter, I know they have YouTube already and Netflix. I want them to have Hulu Plus, because that's something that it really needs, because once it has Hulu, I mean, that box is completely perfect, I think. And if they have the SDK, you know, people could add games. You could probably get like IR controllers. I don't know if you could actually do that, but if they can, that'd be pretty amazing to do. You know, games that interact with the iPod Touch and the iPhone. You know, it could go pretty far, and if they do that, the Apple TV will definitely blow up. As for iTunes, I really love the new redesign. Of course, they redesigned the interface. However, the addition of ping is not a bad idea at all, but I really think that they would have done better with just connecting to Facebook and Twitter rather than just making their own social network, because in them making their own social network, I think that doesn't really do too much. And I don't know if people exactly care for it as much until they add stuff like making your own statuses, etc. So yeah, guys, I'd like to thank you guys for watching this video. Please rate, subscribe, and comment. Please look out in a week or two for the unboxing of the iPod Touch 8GB, which I did pre-order a few minutes ago. So that should be coming again in a week or two, and I'll be doing the unboxing and the review as soon as possible. And also, Joe Arnold will be buying the Apple TV, and we'll be doing the unboxing and review of that as well, so look out for that. And until then, I'll see you guys later. Bye.